Hi, this is Jane with Jayne Design. I want to take a few minutes to show you how to install a new email account into your iPhone. Now, the first thing you'll do is in your iPhone, you're going to click on this icon for settings. It may not be in this location, but this is what the icon looks like. Next thing you'll do is you'll click on Mail, Contacts, and Calendars. Now you'll have to scroll down to find this, but this is what you're looking for. Now go ahead and add an account. You may already have email accounts installed in your iPhone, but you'll be adding an account. And keep in mind that when you want to check to see once you're finished with these steps, to see whether or not it's been added, once it's complete, you would come back to your Mail, Contacts, and Calendars, and your account will be listed here. There'll be another one added. So maybe take note of how many are here before you move on and what exactly they say. All right, so we're going to add the account. We're going to scroll down here to Other to select another kind of account that we'll be adding to your iPhone. Now under New Account, there's some information it needs you to include. You're going to name the account. You're going to include the email address of the account. Now, we would have sent this to you. So this is the email address. It's going to be at yourdomain.com. So whatever the domain is for your web address, that's going to be included here. And again, we should have sent this to you already. The password that you're currently using to access your email. Now you may not know or remember this, but I'll show you a little bit later how to confirm and determine whether or not you have the accurate password. That's going to be very critical in successfully adding this account. Down here it's going to assign a description, and you can change this, and whatever you put here in the description will dictate what goes back over here when you add the account. So that's what this description will include, or what it will result in. Okay, in the next screen, it will prompt you to add the incoming mail server. Now this is an IMAP, so be sure to include it as IMAP. You're going to be including the incoming mail server and the outgoing mail server settings. Now these two are identical. So right here you'll include mail.yourdomain.com. So whatever the domain is, mail.yourdomain.com. Username is your full email address. So don't go small, and be sure to check spelling. So in other words, Jane in this case would not be the appropriate username. It needs to be the whole email address. The password, again, is the same password that you use to access your email. And then we're going to duplicate that information here for outgoing mail server settings. We're going to click on Next. Now, the best case scenario is once you click on Next, you'd see some green check marks next to the settings that you input. And then from there, you would be able to go back and see your email account under Mail, Contacts, and Calendars. You know, you could go back here. We'll start back at the start. We'd go Settings, Mail, Contacts, and Calendars. And then we would see a new account added there. And now that would be the ideal situation. But if you see something like this, it means that we've probably installed an SSL on your domain, which is a really good thing to have. And it may be having trouble identifying the server. So that can be repaired. So if that's the case, just click on Continue. And then, now iPhones are always changing, but and this is an older version of the screenshot, but in the current version, there's a trust, a little green trust link at the top, and it's not real clear, but you would click on that trust in order to prompt your iPhone to accept that connection. And then from there, you should have no trouble and it would be added. So this is what it looks like in my screen view on my iPhone once it was added under Mail, Contacts, and Calendars. Now, I'm happy to help you, so if you want to call me directly, I'll help you walk through this. But do remember that the iPhone has wonderful cell phone service, and you can always go to iPhone. That's sort of one of the primary reasons we use the iPhone, for their exceptional support, and they may be able to help you walk through it. Now, if it's a password issue, and one of the most important things is making sure that your password is ready to go, is you can go to my website, go to the home page. Let's bring this in. Go to the Client Center. There's some instructional tutorials right here under Getting Started. And then over on the right-hand side, you have some email instructional tutorials. And in there will be a tutorial on how to retrieve your password or change your password should you be having trouble with that. And that's a common problem. Keeping track of passwords can be daunting. Make sure that you're using workflowy.com, as I suggest all my clients do, or some kind of easily accessible password storage system. It's just a nice time saver. But if you get over here, it'll walk you through how to retrieve your password. Now, remember that if you change your password in the future and you've got an email account set up on your iPhone, remember that that will create a situation where you will need to go in and update the password in your email on your iPhone as well. So that's a universal password for all of your email accounts. If you're using, for instance, Outlook, and that's also going to use the same password that you would designate for your email account. So that's something to consider when you're changing passwords. All right, well, thank you so much for listening, and thank you for being a client of Jayne Design. Have a great day.